Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Simply Colorful FiberCast. Today's date is July 3rd, 2020. My name is Lynn Marquidon, and I am your host. Happy 4th of July for folks in America and Christina and others around the world. Tomorrow we celebrate the independence of America. So I hope that you are gearing up for a fun holiday weekend to celebrate safely, of course. Tonight, we are going to continue on our quilt that we started making for our COVID grads. This one is for my niece. She will be graduating from BC, so I'm getting ahead of myself. And over the last couple of weeks, on and off, we've been playing with various borders. So since I've seen you, I've put on this border, the crosses. Remember we were working on that? And then I was going to have these be in the next corner. So originally it was going to be these. And I decided that I needed to start incorporating our BC fabric, that we have this fabric. And so I made the corner blocks with the BC fabric. BC Eagles. So that's where I'm at, and now I measured it. Oh, and as always, hi! Hello, Sherry! Holy moly! Nice to see you out there. How are you? And will we see you tomorrow? Maybe? I have a backing that I want to make sure it will fit on. And this actually, now that I feel it, is not as big as I thought it was. So I'm glad I'm measuring it now. Let's see. And I was thinking maybe I would keep this square, but this piece of Minky is not square. So let's see. The size of this Minky will determine my borders. That's what I'm figuring. Okay, no, so this is extra wide. So there's 60, must be 80. 60. Yep, 79, 80. Okay, by so maybe this will be nice. I bet this is 72. I bet it's 2 yards. So 80. So we could keep it 72 by 70 by 70. Oh, starting at the wrong end. It helps if you start at the right end. I find I'm using this tape measure for rough measuring lately. 39 times 2, 60, 78. So 75 by 75. Who's out there? Is that Sue? Hi, everyone. Hi, Pat. Aw, thank you. You're liking it. I have to be at the pharmacy. Oh, all weekend. Oh, on behalf of everyone who needs that medicine, thank you. Oh, it's so good that you're doing that. Hi, Carol. Happy 4th. And Pat, I think I said hi. Thanks. We're getting there. Okay, so this is the backing. And it looks like we can continue to go still pretty square. So let's see what we can do here. Oh, I just found more of these. Well, I might take that apart because the question is, how much do we have for our final border? And there it is. And so then what can we do for our border? So it currently measures 52. With any luck, this will be close to 52. Yep, 52. I was off 1/4 of an inch on those corners, so I've been stretching fabric. You know how that goes. Not my, hi, Carol Oulette. Do you like it? Aw, thank you. I hope she does. I hope she doesn't look too closely at some of the seams, but she will. She will. And like I say, thanks to Cam, he's next. What colors are his? Are his also maroon and white? UMass. What colors are UMass? Okay. Whew, who's there? Hi, Jean Birchman. Hi. How's your BC grad? I love the quilt you made for your BC grad. Jean Birchman made a quilt for Sarah that is two-sided. So she pieced two sides, put it together. Kelsey Ullman from Blueberry Lane Studios quilted it. It looks fabulous. It looks amazing. And it looks very modern, very, very modern. It looks great. Okay. So 52. I'm going to do math on live TV. Yikes. I think what we'll end up doing is just making more of these tonight. I think. Because what I'm not sure of, here's what I was thinking. Part of me really likes just the simplicity of having more BC fabric around the whole thing. And I was thinking maybe, let's see what this looks like. This may just be too much. You see that? Although that's kind of cool. But I don't love it. What will we do tonight? All right, I want to take a poll. Hey! Hello, Sue, up in New Hampshire. How are you? Oh, I'm so glad to see everyone. Do you believe it's July 4th? We're on the downward slope. We're into the second half of the year. All right, I'm interested. For those of you who are on, what do you think we should do for a border? Should we, and we have, let's figure we have about 12 inches on either side. 50, 60, 70. 10 inches on either side. 50, 60, 72. That would make it 72. So we could do something like a 5 inches of BC fabric. And then that. We could, I do have enough BC fabric, so we could just do it all that. I think I'm leaning toward that, I must tell you. Anyone have any ideas? Do you have any gray for a border? Ooh, that's a good idea. Ooh, okay, gray. I'm sure I do. Let's see. Let's see if I have anything under here. Well, this is a light gray, and it's minky, but it might give us. Tell me in the comment, are you thinking light gray or darker gray? There's that. I'm going to go look for some dark gray. Whee. I'm going way over here in my fabric stash. Don't leave me. Let's see. Let's see what we might have here. Oh, it's still light out. Summer in New England. Okay. There's my little gray scrap box. Might be fun to look at fabric while we're at it. Here's a grungy gray. It's almost. There's a darker gray. What are we saying? Narrow gold, then BC fabric. Oh, that's a neat idea. How about both? Light gray and dark gray. Okay. Oh, this is so good. You all were you know, I have to tell you this. Remember when this was just squares originally? And with your help, the suggestion was to put a medallion. And I did that and I loved it. And then we had decided as a group to do something different here. And it was going to rest the eye. And then I took it upon myself to go against that advice and do this. And I was thinking as I was putting it together this week, thinking, uh-oh, I don't remember anyone saying they really liked that last week. But I kept going because I liked it and I didn't want to do something else. So I'm glad you like it. And thank you for that. So now, okay, let's see what. We have a lot of this one. By the way, this is all made with scraps that we have. Oh, except for the BC fabric. All right, let me see if I have any other grays that would work. I don't think so. Oh, I love this one. Not for this project, but I don't know if it shows up very well. Maybe with the light. I love that one. Okay. Niece is not a grungy gal. Oh, good point. Good point. The one you have looks lighter, light blue from here. Okay, narrow gold and then BC fabric. It does look blue, doesn't it? Okay, so we've ruled out the grunge because you're right, the niece is not grunge. Okay, so let's put that one away. You know, that's a good point. How about a gray stripe and then that? It's getting better. It does look blue though in the system. Yeah, I don't think that's working. Let's see if this gray works any better. Oh, I also wanted to share with you a couple of new quilt magazines. See if you had them. Entice you maybe to go out and get them. One of them is really fun. Oh, that's better. That's better. It's a little bit darker, that gray. At least it looks darker to me here. I don't know. The gray is competing with the gold, though. But I think we should definitely consider it. Let's consider that, and then let's consider a thin gold. Ooh, that might be kind of cool. Anyway, perfect. What about any gold fabric? Yes, I think you're right. Oh, gold flange. Ooh, that's a neat idea. How about a narrow border in the cream and gold stripe, then the BC fabric? Oh, like this one. Oh, that would pop. You see that? All right, I'm going to leave that one there too. Excellent. Thank you, everyone. Woohoo! Uh-oh. Carol, JavaScript. What are you going to use for the back? Oh, for the binding. I have no idea. The back is that maroon minky. I probably would do Scrappy. That might pull it all together. I've got lots of these different scraps that either with, I like the gold, but I think outside border needs to be narrower. Okay. All right. I agree. I agree. And then the question is, do we do another border? Well, I agree. The good news is that's not a lot of pieces. So we could do narrower and then do all of these, the squares, which are somewhere. But I don't think so. I think we need to keep it cleaner for Gracie. Hi, Marcella. Out in Little Rock. How are you? So good to see you. Happy Friday. Happy 4th of July. Is Becca on from My Stitchy Home? Scrappy binding. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. And I want to say hi to Linda and everyone out at the Quilting Haven and Wendy and Allie and Maggie. And Kawartha Quilts up in Canada. If anyone is up there, check out their store. Check out their online site. They have a great line of backings. Kawartha Quilts. Kind of random, but they're who I bought my Gamble from, and they have been a supporter of the show, so I really thank them for that. I thank all of my patron sponsors. We're having fun at our open sew, so if anyone wants to become a patron of Simply Colorful, go to patreon.com/simplycolorful. And come join us. I'm working on a secret project tomorrow in Open Sew that's for one of our members that's not a patron. So there's a bet. I mean, if you don't become a patron, you get a secret project made for you. It's a trade-off. Anyway, I'm glad. I don't think we're going to do a lot more piecing on this one. I think we're going to try and keep it clean and simple and hopefully sort of straight, because my niece for whom this quilt is being made we've talked about this. She's very particular. She'll love it. Becca is My Stitchy Home has just closed on a house and is getting ready to move. Yes, isn't that wonderful? I'm so happy for her. That's great. I don't have much tonight. Oh, I know, the magazines. Oh, and I wanted to share with you, now that I've just gotten out of having to do any piecing. Thank you all. I wanted to share this with you. This came from Deb Linehan. I loved this. It's a cute little card that she colored. And it says, Luke, God's love and kindness will shine upon us like the sun that rises in the sky. Luke 1:78. And on the back, and she sent this. Trust. Black and white. Doesn't that look like it needs to be colored? And Deb says, thinking of you, as I colored this card, I said a prayer for you. I've enclosed another card if you'd like to do the same for someone else. Pass the peace. Love, Deb. Isn't that a neat idea? Especially in this time. It was just lovely to come home, to walk from my studio out to my mailbox. I'm already home. I can't go anywhere. We're all home. But it was lovely to find this in my mailbox. Again, another just random act of kindness. Okay, American Patchwork and Quilting. I wanted to share that This month has not only a quilt named Color Wheels, which of course I didn't catch at first, and then I thought of Jean and Kelsey and their Color Wheels enterprise, so that was kind of ironic. But what I wanted to look at was, so the bottom line with Color Wheels is that's a good name. And it's a cute quilt. It's paper pieced. They have 23 tips for quilt retreats. And all of the tips, every one of them, I thought, yep, that's true. That's exactly what I look for in a quilt. And their editors wrote it a lot of tips. And I know you are going to, it'll resonate with you. So Plan Your Best Quilt Retreat Ever is the title of this. And it's on page 17. And again, the magazine, and I won't read it all because that's not right, because this is the magazine. It's Better Homes and Gardens, American Patchwork and Quilting. It's issue 164, allpeoplequilt.com. And, oh, my eye itches. But when you're planning your quilt retreat, here's one quote from Jo Morton, a designer and teacher. She says, "I like to think of a retreat as a sisterhood of friends who gather to sew and chat. It's about the friendships made and the time spent together." And they have, let's see, there are different types of retreats. Everything from just inviting a few friends to your house for a little while. Of course, COVID, they don't talk about COVID in here, which actually they should update this. And they probably will this fall, because we still have to figure out, and we have figure out ways to stay connected. Zoom sew-alongs are one way. They don't take the place of being together in person. But there are just simple Zoom meetings that don't cost a thing, right? There are gathering with your bubble of people, whether it's someone in your family and in your home, get together and plan a day of making a quilt, do a round robin, or use a special fabric, each of you in your own quilt to design, or pick a pattern. I know Jean and Kelsey did a fun one. They invited us to a Zoom, and it was kind of, it was a little last minute, but I personally like that. I don't like the anxiety caused by planning, which is really weird because I am a planner. But I find that I want to do things when I want to do them, and I'm much better if I do something spur of the moment than planning it, because then I have to think about it ahead of time and get all hyped up about it. Anyway, on and on I go. But before the retreat, they talk about doing things like cleaning your sewing machine, make sure it's working, especially if you have a separate one for retreats. Replace your sewing needle and rotary cutting blades, wind some extra bobbins so you're not spending time at the retreat doing that. When you're packing, pack your essentials, like, if possible, take your sewing chair. Yep. I've seen people bring their things to sit on, pillows. Bring a great sense of humor. Travel light. Oh, a travel light. So bring one, because you never know how the lighting will be. And they have Quilt Retreat Bingo, which you can play there. And then they have lots of different ideas for staying connected after the retreat. Excuse me. Like using a certain hashtag so you can and posting things so you can find them. Setting up your own Facebook group. Exchanging contact information. Just a lot of fun things about your retreat. And there are this is fun. Look at that for the 4th of July. Simple, nice. It's called All Stars, blue and light shirtings. Ooh, takes turns as the stars that shine on a patriotic background. That's a neat one. So that was one I wanted to bring to everyone's attention. Kind of cool. The other one is The Love of Quilting. And there's a neat pickle dish quilt on the front. Oh, we have hiccups. This was a neat one. Minya's Mystery. Each of these is 6 inches. So the actual paper piecing piece is tiny. Look at that. That's it. That's full size, and that's smaller than my hand. But that would be fun. I was attracted to that one. But where's the pickle one? Pickle dish one. And then again, I'll pickle pink. There's that one. And I want to attribute the designer, Sarah Gallegos in Linden, Michigan. Her vibrant quilt packs oodles of color plus stylish secondary designs. Sure to make any quilter feel tickled pink. So that's neat. And the paper piecing pattern is right in here, I saw. So that's neat. So those are the 2 magazines I wanted to tell you about. The Love of Quilting, Fawns and Porter, Love of Quilting, and Better Homes and Gardens, All People Quilt. Yeah, that's quilting. And I guess finally, and I shared with you the card, I guess finally is thinking about the weekend and the fact that it is the 4th of July and it's the summer. Think about what kind of fresh fruits you might want to serve, like peaches. Martha Stewart is definitely, she has some amazing, as she always does. Oh, cobblers. Oh, I love cobblers. And then this was pretty with some, I don't know what that is, blueberries and, what is this? Peach and blueberry tart with cream cheese filling. Ooh, that would work. Peach guava pops. Those are probably much better for you, but not as interesting to me. Peach salad with melon and lillet. The question is, what is lillet? Oh, Lillet Rosé is a drink. That's interesting. Huh. Okay. So that's Martha Stewart. Again, I can't show too much of the magazines. I just wanted to let you know they're out there. I think that's about it. Hi to everyone out there. Carols, all of our Carols, our Sues, all of our Sues, our Susan, KB, Mom, and have a great weekend. I really think, thanks for your input on the quilt. I'm going to, I like the gold, but I think the border, the BC border should be smaller, thinner, and a scrappy binding. So let's see what we come up with, and I'll show you next week. Hey, KB, have a great night. And thanks for joining me. And remember, do what you're good at, because you're going to tend to like it, and it's going to be satisfying, and it's going to make you forget about COVID. Be safe, everyone. We will get through this. Bye.